Eddie George, well, I cannot do anything because I'm just not a professional working in Bank of England. Let's make a deal. This is going to be our deal. I will, unless the Lord Eddie George said, unless I become the governor of England, under which I have the full authority. Obviously, although certain decisions has to go through certain board of directors and so on and so forth, I can have the full authority with regard to certain components of the banking act or banking law in our country. Okay, fine. Let's make a deal. The deal was that I see. So the wife was saying, I see. No problem. We can make a deal. The deal, I will pray for you sincerely. Saya akan mendoakan Anda untuk menjadi gubernur Bank of England. Time went by, akhirnya Lord Eddie George jadi gubernur Bank of England. Pastilah, ketika orang didoakan, he becomes somebody he tends to forget. One day, the wife of this Bangladeshi family, she was courageous enough to make an appointment with Lord Eddie George in Bank of England. They managed to secure the appointment with Lord Eddie George. We greeted each other, Assalamualaikum, Waalaikumsalam, good afternoon, Sabal Khair, Sabal Naur, and so on and so forth. Gunaidan. Do you remember? Vaguely. You know, you promised me something. You have become the governor of England. You have to do something for us. They represented the Muslim community at that time in England. I see. Singkat cerita, kemudian diingatkanlah Lord Eddie George ini mengenai janjinya waktu itu. Dan kemudian disitulah mulai berdiri Islamic Bank of Britain, kemudian ada mutual fund, atau sadana, and so on and so forth. The message atau moral dari story ini adalah there are different ways of developing Islamic financial services industry. As I mentioned before, barangkali di Tanzania berawal dari pengubahan undang-undang deposito. Barangkali semacam di Malaysia, mereka mengakui bahwa cukup permisif di awal-awal dengan memperbolehkan praktek-praktek seperti bailah, dime, dan beberapa conventional shares dalam produk-produk mereka. Meskipun melalui undang-undang yang paling baru in 2013, some of the conventional shares started to shy away in the practice of the Islamic bank, whether those things are in the retail bank as well as in the Islamic capital market. What happened? Apa kemudian yang bisa terjadi di Indonesia? Kita tahu soalnya bahwa sebenarnya di bank muamalah itu sebenarnya dulu awalnya dikenakan kita dulu. For whatever reason, political dan non-political, akhirnya nyasar ke Malaysia, akhirnya kita jadi bukan trendsetter lagi. But anyway, so this is the story. One of the important areas that is now being revitalized, kalau kita bicara dalam tatanan global, adalah the awareness mengenai peranan social finance juga. We have been working intensively with the excellent work dari Bank Indonesia, dari Basnas, dan kolega-kolega di Indonesia. We try to come up dengan zakat co-principle dan awqaf co-principles. But in a nutshell, it revolves around integrity. Karena masih susah kita percaya dengan, terkadang, tidak semuanya, bisa kita generalisir, dengan sesama Muslim. Ini ada satu cerita lagi. The reason why I keep telling the story is because I'm just standing between the lunch dan pengumuman FRAKS. So it's a seriously tricky question. So I have to make you stay awake to listen to my stories. Cerita mengenai Muslim, Kristen, dan Yahudi. Konteksnya adalah mengelola dana charity fund. The Muslim was being asked, how much rate, what is the rate that you are going to take when you are managing the fund? Well, I will take the proxy of 25% that they ambil, and the rest I will distribute to back to the community. Ini cerita jawaban Muslim. Jawaban Christian. What about you? I'm not going to take anything. I will just give back everything to the community. Good enough. Jewish jawabannya lain lagi. I will throw the money up in the air. God will take some, the rest will fall back, and I grab everything. So maknanya adalah basically we will grab everything. Lanjut, next slide. So we have the mission to develop the institutional development IDB. Previously, we only had around 22 member countries, and as I highlighted before, the other countries that we have so far is 56 member countries. And just for your information, our contribution relatively to other member countries in our neighbor in Southeast Asia is significantly higher. But the representation of our colleagues in IDB is unfortunately very low. Kita hanya 11 orang Bapak-Bapak dan Ibu dari total staf IDB yang sekitar 1.200 something. So I will encourage anybody and everybody to develop yourself dan apply ke IDB so that we can have our say. Karena kalau kita bicara kontribusi, our contributions as well as pangsa pasar, kita sangat significant, and we can create a major impact. Next, look at the majority of the shareholder, masih Saudi. So Saudi Arabia is taking the lead. Interestingly enough, Libya cannot be taken lightly, sekitar around 10%. Ini beberapa entities dalam IDB Group. Pertama, Islamic Research and Training Institute, the Islamic Corporation for the Insurance of Investment and Export Credit, or ICA, Takaful Underwriting. Ini hubungannya dengan ICA. Islamic Corporation for the Development of the Private Sector, ICD. Para industry players, please, you are most welcome to get in touch with ICD. Mana tahu perlu financing dan sejenisnya, semuanya dengan ICD. International Islamic Trade Finance Corporation, Trade Finance. Mereka ada kerjasama dengan beberapa pabrik gula di Indonesia. I can't recall the name of the factories or the companies, but yes, they do quite massive projects in Indonesia. Next, please. So the IDB membership, as depicted by this gambar, membership spreading, as I mentioned before, over 4 continents: Asia, Africa, Europe, dan juga di Latin America. Next. So this is just about our pilots. One. IDB, the one and only international development bank yang mempunyai triple A rating. So yes, we are alhamdulillah reliable. Okay. Good. Is the smallest same. Next, please. Development partners, not only with the other multilateral development banks, with the we have strong collaborations with other industry players as well. Not to mention the standard setting bodies taking place in Islamic financial service industries such as IFSB, IFM. Nanti akan saya jelaskan lebih lanjut barangkali belum ada yang aware dengan beberapa standard setting bodies. Please, next. Future strategic direction. Mission statement. At the moment, we are trying to go in line with the World Bank. The World Bank Group, based in Washington, has recently revamped their vision and mission. They have now come up with their twin goal: ending extreme poverty and shared prosperity. Itu motto dan twin goals dari the World Bank Group. Kalau sebelumnya ada combating the poverty, now they have revised the twin goals, ending extreme poverty dan juga share prosperity. What is meant by extreme poverty adalah they are trying to alleviate poverty under the bottom 40%. Yes, we do have some differences with regard to the mechanisms as to how to alleviate and combat the poverty, not only about the institutional aspects of poverty eradications, but also with respect to the mechanisms of mitigating or eradicating the poverty at the bottom 40%. Next, please. So we also have prosper the people, empower the system in member countries, expand the Islamic finance industry. Kita juga membantu beberapa member countries, for example dengan Indonesia terakhir dengan OJK dengan pembuatan blueprint dan baru pantau masalah. Facilitate integration of IDP country economies among themselves and with the globe. Improve the image of its member countries. One of our strategic programs is reverse linkage. This is the reasons why I should really encourage everybody in this room or anybody involved in the Islamic financial service industry, irrespective of the sector that you are in, whether you are in Islamic banking, Islamic capital market, or non-bank Islamic financial institutions, please do disseminate your knowledge, do disseminate your findings, because they are in a dire need to understand what we are doing in this great country. Especially with microfinance, SMEs, they are waiting for us. I can reassure you that. Next, please. So we also take into account the different sectoral development with regard to our intervention in our member countries. First of all is Islamic finance. Kita ada infrastructure, comprehensive human development and poverty alleviation in the context of economic cooperation or integration within the 56 member countries. So this is the gist of the Islamic Development Bank or group based in Jeddah. And obviously I cannot prolong this session about the explanation of the Islamic Development Bank, but you are most welcome to get in touch with any one of us to get some more information about what we do and what kind of interventions that we provide in our 56 member countries.